But I would share something with you. I'm aging myself now, but I've been doing this professionally. My first school, 6 months out of high school in November of 1978. So this is my 47th year of teaching martial arts, and I'm actually teaching grandkids of people that I taught as kids. Okay, which is really hard to deal with, but it's the reality. Anyway, what's really amazing is that, and I hear from people that either their perspective as an adult looking back on their childhood in a martial arts school, or parents talking about their children going through the program, is the reality is there's something amazing happens when a kid grows up in a dojo. They're just a different kind of kid. There's this level of respect and confidence that you just don't get in other things. It's harder to replicate. There's a lot of great things you can get your children involved in, but this is so good. One of the reasons is because we're teaching potentially violent techniques, it really obligates us to swing the pendulum to the other side and really emphasize the importance of courtesy and self-control and that kind of thing. So good choice, good call for you to do that. Here's the other thing. I promise you, in almost every case, you've had to force your child to come to class more than once, right? Anybody have to do that? So I guess it's, all right, and I get it. How many guys ever had, well, once he's here, he has a great time, and once she's here, right? Keep bringing them to class. Let me tell you, this is really important because, by the way, you got to see the value in the program. If the program doesn't feel valuable, that's a different story, right? But if you see the value and they don't feel like coming, training is never like this. This is it. This is on the way to black belt. There's no kid that ever got their black belt that didn't want to quit on along the way. No one I've ever met, okay? But here's what's important. As a parent, do you want your child to develop a strong quit muscle? You know, a quit muscle is that things get hard, you let them quit. And that becomes a habit, okay? So the only way, the muscle that you want them to develop, we call it the perseverance muscle or the grit muscle. And the only way to develop the grit muscle is wanting to quit something and not, right? And so anytime your child is experiencing that, just, oh, great, think, oh, great opportunity, okay? Because I promise you, we'll get them back on track. Now, with that said, let the instructors know so they can help get them through that low spot. But that's a life lesson that just is super important. And I found that I've never once, ever had someone walk up to me and say, Mr. Kovar, I'm so glad I quit. Or I've never had anybody say, I wished I would have never got my black belt. I've never ever heard those things. But so many times I had someone say, oh man, you know, maybe they did quit and come back and they wish they didn't, or I almost quit but my parents wouldn't let me. I'm so glad I stuck it around. So once again, as long as you see the value in the program, keep them coming to class, you'll never regret that time with it. And also it's so cool that they learn how to be leaders at a young age, right? And that kind of stuff, just the eye contact at a young age makes such a difference. Thanks for bringing them tonight.